Hello, Taurus, and welcome to the Oracle of Atlantis. I hope you're doing well. We're going to get into your Earth Trine reading. So we're looking at houses number 2, 6, and 10. So house number 2 is connected to personal values and self-worth. It is also the second zodiac in the zodiac wheel, which is Taurus's energy. However, everybody's natal chart influences will differ. House number 6, we have your health and service to others. House number 10 is connected to career, reputation, and personal aspirations, your social status, as well as any guidance needed to help you in these areas. So working with the trines, it said when harmonizing or when the signs are in trine with themselves, like earth signs would be in trine with earth signs. So you may connect well with Virgo or Capricorn, or learn something significant on your journey through Virgo and Capricorn zodiacs. But basically, it's supposed to bring about some sort of harmony in these areas or aspects when they're obviously balanced. So I've pulled the main house energy influences with the Divine Animals Oracle. But we're going to start your reading off with some angel number messages from the Angel Number Messages Oracle. So there were 4 cards that want to come out. You may connect to each one of these numbers, or one number over the rest may stand out to you at this time. They're also connected to affirmations, so you may want to work with that affirmation. So the first card, we have 22 with I am aligned. You are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything you wish. So 2 is connected to that house number 2 energy, personal values and self-worth. 2 plus 2 is a 4, which is Cancer's energy, which can be connected to the home and family, the upbringing, our inner realms and reality. The second card, we have number 3, I am charismatic. So 3s can be connected to Gemini's energy. Don't have to be, but Gemini's energy is all about networking and communication. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. The affirmation, I am charismatic. The third card, we have 555. So 5s is connected to Leo's energy, which is our house of pleasure. 10s are connected to Capricorn's energy, which can be career. It is the opposite of Cancer's energy. So the reflection of the exterior world because of the inner worlds of our upbringings. 15 can be connected to the devil's energy in the tarot. Lust, desires, bonds, bondages, things of that nature. But 15, 1 plus 5 is 6, which is the house of Virgo, house of health and service to others. The affirmation, I am optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life, experience, and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. So you can always look up and Google angel numbers as you see them. You might see a repeating number often. And it could honestly have some significance to you. It could be like somebody's birth date or a specific date, like an anniversary of something, things of that nature. But it can also just be a random sign of guidance as well. So 000, I am a creator. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. So those are the messages. I am aligned. I am charismatic. I am optimistic. I am a creator. So let's start off with house number 2 of personal values and self-worth. This can be connected to your finances, material possessions, and how you acquire value. So we have the tiger with will. Exercise your will and determination in ethical ways. Do not place your will over another's. You do not have control over anyone but yourself. Do not be afraid to be fierce. We can ride our healthy anger, but we must eventually transform it into something more useful. Tiger magic is wild and mysterious. It is the energy we can use to counter jealousy, threat, and rage. It is highly protective and helps us find a more resourceful way to deal with difficult situations and people. Tiger magic is feminine in aspect, and women can use it to help them gain confidence and to find their healthy fierceness. So with the tiger, I was getting the energy of tigers can be quite stealth, right? Their stripes are actually designed to help them blend into grasses and shrub and things of that nature when stalking their prey. But they're also quite kind of getting like Sagittarius's energy, and Sagittarius is supposed to be like more kind of the adventurer, the explorer, pleasures as well. So now we're clarifying and getting the card of advice with the Millennium Toth Tarot. We have the Queen of Swords. A cold and calculating personality, observing more than normal, speaking your truth while ignoring the lies. So this may take some will here to speak truth. There may be some lies that are being spoken to at this time. So if you have things that are irritating you or kind of triggering you, they may not actually be the truth here. The Queen of Swords is very analytical, kind of the mental over the emotional, working with logic. So this is kind of giving me a bit of Libra's energy here. The scales of justice, essentially, right? Balancing the scales, seeing from both sides of a situation. Maybe working with your logic is the guidance at this time when it comes to your personal values and self-worth. So your will can be guiding you to embrace things that honor your self-worth, to be like, it's almost like a need for honesty here with that Queen of Swords. To be honest with yourself, your personal values, what you desire. Because a lot of times our desires come from a place of lack within, things that we feel are missing, perhaps. So in your house 6 energy of service and health, you have the chameleon with angel number 33. So the chameleon represents change. 3, again, is bringing me back to that Gemini energy, and we also have a 3 right here as well. So 333, maybe a number that you may be seeing or soon to see. 3s are all about networking and communication. This is your house number 6 of service and health. So it may be of service to yourself as well as others. It may even change your health as a result of speaking up, right? Which can take great willpower with that tiger strength. Change is a natural part of life, so resistance is futile. Ride the energies of change and know where you are going, then fear will lessen. It is not always wise to just blend in with everyone else. Flexibility in mind and body is advantageous. Do not take too long to make a decision. Chameleon magic is one of flexibility and coping with change. Call upon the magic of this creature when you wish to have successful change in challenging circumstances, and when you wish to know everything you can about a situation prior to moving forward. So your card of advice for the changes that may be taking part at this time in your life. We have the Empress coming out. So the Empress is connected to the earth elements. It's actually your card Taurus, I believe. Definitely ruled by Venus here. With the Empress, she's connected to nature, though, honoring, nurturing. This is very much the mother type of archetype. Nurturing, taking care of those things around us. With the Queen of Swords here and your personal values, there may be even something that you may be holding on to from the past that you're like rigid about. And it's almost like changing and looking more towards the future instead of holding a resentment from the past. There may be some sort of change that needs to happen. The Empress, the power of creation, abundance can be found all around you. Tap into the flow of the universe. So I do kind of see the queens, all four of the queens would technically kind of make up the Empress, like as one side of creation, so to speak, the foundation of this feminine energy or influence. The Empress, like I said, is connected to nature and nurturing things. There may be changes in this department, how you nurture yourself and others and the things in your possession, focusing perhaps more on those things than people outside of your personal life and experience here. So in your house number 10 placement, we have news of the Raven. So this is connected to your career, reputation, and personal aspirations, your social status, what and why it's important for you. Keep your senses about you. News or a significant announcement is coming. Do not believe everything you hear unless it is from a reputable source. Gather information and guidance before making decisions. We can stride through other worlds, not just this one, in order to understand our own true nature. Raven magic, and in this case, Norse satyr raven magic, is trance-like and news gathering. Ravens here are used as magical messengers going between the worlds, gathering guidance and information. If we think about Odin's process of sending his thoughts and memory out into the worlds, then we can see the essence of the shamanic act of sending oneself out to other realms for guidance or healing. Raven energy is useful in divination of all kinds of shamanic astral travel. So there are 2 tarot cards that are coming out for the advice. So the first card we have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords can be about leaving things in the past, moving forward, moving on, perhaps even relocating. We have Mercury and Aquarius. So this could even be a change in how we communicate, moving from, perhaps even with that Queen of Swords, it may be moving from like concrete statements or facts or judgments and kind of releasing that energy. I'm kind of getting the energy of speaking how you wish to be spoken to. Then you have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands can be connected to Sagittarius' energy, which can be connected to our goals, our ambitions. The Knight of Wands can be can be a bit defensive, maybe even hasty decisions here. It can be a call to defend loved ones, if need be. Direct your intellect to a point. Understand and appreciate the scientific branches of knowledge. Have an adaptable spirit. Lead strong and expand your empire. Stand up for what you believe in. Take risks for a large return on investment, which is interesting because now that I'm just thinking about it, Taurus and Libra I would see as predominantly feminine energies. Maybe not, but they are ruled by Venus, and the planet Venus itself is known as the divine feminine. So they're definitely, it's almost like these feminine energies that may be guiding you. I'm getting the energy of like an old dog with new, what's that saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks, and it's like you cut off the head and go to this Knight of Wands, which is a more youthful, opportunistic or optimistic perspective that there's still more to come here. But it may be a time to try to focus our energies, right? The Six of Swords was speaking of focusing your attention on a particular goal or destination here, especially with that Knight of Wands. If you can, like, where would you like to see your life go in the next, say, 5 or 10 years, right? This could be for some as well, these two cards together, the news of the raven. The ravens in Odin, in Nordic mythology, connect to thought and memories. So our thought and memories can do a lot of, they can do good, but they can also do damage as well, right? So this may be even overcoming this energy and changing the situation, focusing on the things that matter and not letting the mind run wild here. I am going to pull a card from the Oracle of the Seven Energies to see how you can best harmonize these house placements, 2, 6, and 10. So what is the overall guidance to Taurus at this time to harmonize their earth placement energies, earth houses? I guess technically they wouldn't be earth houses, they'd be, I want to say, Mercury, Venus, Mercury, and Saturn. What is the harmonizing energy or chakra system to work with for those who like to work with the chakra system? So we have the power of purpose, number 18, which is going to be either connected to the sacral chakra or the solar plexus chakra. There is a second card that's coming out here, but it's almost like the advice of this card is going to lead to this outcome, which becomes a powerful move. It's almost like finding that direction, and it's interesting because it's like, oh, it's not, it's 8-sided. I thought there were 6. It just looks very similar to this card. Yeah. But the power of purpose, and I love that there's an arrow and a target here with that Knight of Wands, because that would be Sagittarius's energy, who is the archer of the zodiac. 18 can be connected to the moon, falling one's intuition, which would make a lot of sense as I flip to the page. Into me, I see. Working with the intuition would make a lot of sense at this time, just with all this feminine energy coming out. But it is connected to the solar plexus chakra, which is the fire energy. Personal power, will, assertiveness, action, vitality, movement, individuation, and extreme states, joy, anger, and transformation. Let's bring me to that house number 5 as well, that Leo's energy of pleasure. Fire of the solar plexus chakra. There comes a time when you realize that you are destined for something that is yours and yours alone. The catalyst might be an experience with a special person, a path you choose, or something you feel called to do. You'll discover it's not necessarily what you thought it would be and has nothing to do with what everyone else wants or seems to want. An uncanny conviction takes hold from somewhere deep and true. You feel a sense of power arising from a true sense of self, accompanied by a need for action, a commitment to explore something, or a purposeful choice. Right now, you're invited to step into a new, empowered sense of authentic purpose, bolstered by a healthy dose of self-esteem. You're called to release your old conditioning. There's no need to be self-conscious or act a certain way to please others, which can sometimes take you in a direction you don't want to go. Angel number 333 coming through again. The discipline and will to evolve are yours by nature. This process doesn't have to be a struggle. You cannot fail if you immerse yourself fully in what is in front of you now. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You never have to seek your purpose or wonder what it is. Just keep removing the blocks to your essential self, and your purpose will find you. It's that easy. What a wonderful thing to know. So the interesting thing is this card is connected. Oh no, they're both connected to the solar plexus chakra. The powerful move, action, movement with purpose. Effort, putting into motion your intention, making choices from an empowered and thoughtful place. Positive change. There's a song by Halle Bailey. It's called In Your Hands. It's coming to mind now. And that song is actually like a love song, but it's still in your hands. Works for any kind of goals, dreams, desires, and aspirations, right? So we're going to pull the parting words with the Avalon Magic Oracle. What are the parting words of wisdom for Taurus at this time? Connected to their power of purpose. You also have this lotus here that she's holding, and the lotus is usually connected to our energies, be it spiritual or psychological. Each petal can kind of represent a thought, a memory, a destination on your journey, so to speak. So working with and clearing these energies. One thing I have been seeing on my own journey with the lotus, with thoughts and circumstances that are coming to mind. The lotus is a symbol of purity, right? So it's, I don't know, it's something that I've been working with is just trying to purify the petals that come through that are connected to people and situations through my own personal journey. But what I almost see is like there's the petal, but then it's being constricted by like a rope or a cord or some sort that is connected to that thought or memory. And then by releasing it, kind of letting it go, you're removing the restriction from the petal so that the petal can grow in its natural space and vibration, right? So the card of advice, the parting words, sorry. Accept your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. So that could be why you're connecting to the solar plexus chakra, because I do see the solar plexus chakra. It's like our internal sun, and I do view the sun as more the masculine energy. However, that's just my own personal perception. But the sacral chakra is connected to the waters of the womb, so it is usually more connected to the feminine sort of influence. Doesn't have to be, but the sun above it kind of illuminates things. So by trusting your gut instincts, things may be revealed to you by working with the solar plexus chakra. It's almost like, if you can imagine, like being outside in the middle of the night and you can't really see anything, but then you swap the sun for the moon, or the moon for the sun, with the solar plexus chakra to illuminate and understand more about what's actually transpiring. So access your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. So the feminine is more connected to what's going on within ourselves, within our own mind, perhaps the emotional bodies. But then that transpires to kind of the ego self. And what I mean by the ego self is really just your physical body and your characteristics or appearances. But that's all kind of a reflection of what's going on with inside. And it could be a lot of times the opposite reflection, right? For masking or hiding things. And that could come out like in overcompensation. So it's almost like if you have an insecurity about something in the public eye, you may be you maybe come across as you don't have an insecurity actually about it at all, but it's because that's also like a defense mechanism to protect yourself. But focusing your attention here and working with kind of your intuition and gut instincts on certain things may open up new doors of understanding and possibility here for you. But feel free to work with that solar plexus chakra if you wish. There are a lot of meditations on YouTube. There's also other apps that you can download. The solar plexus chakra is supposed to be connected to joy, confidence, our inner drive, and desires. So that is the reading I have for you at this time, Taurus. I hope it resonates. If it does, please feel free to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. All of the decks I have used will be listed in the description box below, as well as my Instagram and PayPal account. Thank you for watching, and many blessings. Bye for now.